Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are. Another race here in Fastlane Motorsports. Sorry about that. We're having a couple difficulties right there, but we have already got it figured back out. So we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program. We are at Richmond Raceway this time. We've been in a couple short tracks here and there, here in the past, but look at this guy right here, Brett McCoy. It's gonna be the guy that a lot of people. It's going to be the guy that a lot of people are probably going to have their eye on. He is one of the fastest guys in this league. John Ott right now sitting at the top of the board. There we go. See what Brett McCoy can do right here. He comes across the line. Oh, he's actually only able to get up to 12th, but he may be putting everything on the line for the second lap. You can see that front end. It is taped off. So he's definitely trying to get everything he can right here. Oh, little loose getting into 3. Anything right here. That moves him up to 9th. So Brett really got his work cut out for him here this weekend on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday night. So now we are just waiting out the time. Alrighty, gonna look through the grid for just a second. John Ott on the pole. Bob Belshot his outside. Frank Barbary in that 3rd position. Bill Sleep in the 4th position. Harold Ralph in the 5th position. JD McGee in the 6th position. Daniel Rubino, he's got to get with me after the race about that one. Sorry about that. Monsters of Dirt just commented and said, with 110%, it feels almost like a super the way they get loose. John E., by the way, what's up? What is up there, John, man? It's good to have you in the chat, man. I did not know y'all running 110% this weekend. So, man, I mean, y'all definitely got to be getting around there. But just to kind of keep running through there, Chris Farmer in 8th, Brett McCoy in 9th, John Etheridge in 10th, Doug Cook in 11th. You got Johnny Berardi in the 12th position. Greg Ulmer in 13th, David Mayo in 14th, and that is going to round out your field tonight. You can kind of try to put a name to a face right here if we can get it pulled up right here. There's John Ott, Bob Belshaw, Frank Barbary. Look at Frank Barbary running something newer. Definitely old school, though. I'm getting definitely a David Pearson type of vibe right there. Bill Sleep, JD McGee. Still running a beautiful looking car. Daniel Rubino. New guy out here. Brett McCoy, John Etheridge, both those guys. Johnny Berardi, Doug Cook, Greg Ulmer. David Mayo round out the field. David Mayo with another one running the Hellman's Mayonnaise car. Here they are, come to the green. There's the lights, and they are down and away. John Ott getting a good start. Oh, looks like a little bit of chaos in the back. Oh, no. A lot of good cars taken out. Oh, no, no, no. This is not what we wanted to see. Man, what happened? Let's see what we could see. Bob Belshaw. Oh, he missed a shift. You see the front end go straight down. Oh, man. Daniel, the luckiest one out of that group. Let's take another look at that. Watch him. Look at that. Let's watch this from Daniel Rubino in real time. You see that? Look at it, barely squeezed through there. Oh my Lord, what a drive. So obviously a lot of those guys gonna be on pit road. John Ott still your leader. Johnny Berardi, Greg Ulmer, David Mayo, a lot of those guys that made it through. Bill Sleep somehow got it through that pretty clean. JD McGee. A bit of a tongue twister there. John Etheridge having to get a little bit of damage fixed. Doesn't look too bad. Bob Belshaw. He's coming down. You can see that car is just smoking. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel super bad for him. Chris Farmer, another guy that got taken out in that. But, I mean, it's just an honest mistake, honestly. I know a lot of these guys probably a little upset about that, but it's one of those things you cannot help it. You know, sometimes you miss a shift. I know I've done it. A lot of these drivers here have probably done it before in a race somewhere, you know, missed a shift. It's one of those things that can happen. So, John Ott, still your leader. He had an amazing start right there. Still, I believe, about 2 to green. I believe we should be coming to the 1 to green, coming to the line. So, this is already going to be a very interesting race. Steve21, thank you for the subscribe, man. Anybody that is watching, you know, remember to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Helps you guys keep up with what I got going on. Make sure to throw me a few likes if you enjoy what you're seeing. Anybody that is watching, go ahead and comment who you think could win this race. Who do you know, your race winner prediction? Who do you think can pull it off here tonight? You think John Ott can pull it off, or do you see one of those guys from the back maybe pulling off a bit of a sleeper win? Steve saying, yep. It's good to see all you people out there in the YouTube land. I will have to say this is probably one of my favorite leagues that I have seen. You see them coming to 1 to green. But such respect between these guys. I've had a few conversations with these guys. I've actually practiced with these guys a few times. I'm Dan's brother. Let's go, Dan. 044. Oh, Daniel. Daniel, if you're watching, your brother's out here showing a little bit of love to you. Him coming to the green flag once again. Green flag in the air. You see John Ott, both those guys, and Greg Barber got a good jump on him. Greg Barber going to try to get down in front of him. Did John Ott get there on board with him? He forces him high. Harold Ralph on the bottom. Brett McCoy right behind him. Brett McCoy may have a better race car. Can he get to the bottom? Look at all these different lanes. Remember, these guys racing with 110% power on these cars, so they definitely got the power to go around. John Ott taking an early lead now. Can he get away from the field, though? Does John Ott pull the upset of the night? A newer guy who hasn't been here all season, wasn't here last season, just joined in for season 2. I know these guys right here have got some exciting news for next week. Look at Brett McCoy, 3 wide down the front stretch into turn 1. Can they hang on to it? Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, so good for so long, but so bad so quick. Oh no, Brett McCoy tried to squeeze it in there and could not make it happen. Oh no, oh no. That was bad. See if we can take a look at what happened. We're going to try to back that up just a little bit. See, he tries to squeeze down right in front of the 044. 044 had good luck that first time, but just doesn't seem it's going to work out this time. And it's straight to that outside wall. Oh, man. Man, tough break for Brett McCoy, who has had such good success all season, and also Bill Sleep, who's had really bad luck all season. Oh, look at John Etheridge. Oh, Chris Farmer on another bad situation. Chris Farmer, a lot of these guys not having the night that they want to have. Oh, man. This has got to feel terrible for some of these guys. Chris Farmer maybe Chris may be thinking about what he wants to do for the rest of the night, because he has just had some of the worst luck I have seen so far. You see Brett McCoy still rolling around, trying to stay on the lead lap. Daniel going to try to stick it out there. You know, that damage, he may not be able to get too far, but we're going to see what he can do right here. We're going to try to start the podcast back up. I'm hoping I can get a few of these guys from this league onto that podcast. They can talk about different things. Hopefully give you guys a kind of an inside look at some of these guys. Still 2 to, I believe we got 2 to green right there. John Ott still your leader. Harold Ralph in second. JD McGee in third. Johnny Berardi in 4th position. He is actually him and Greg Ulmer, our biggest movers of the night. 8 positions up right now. Daniel still running. Frank Barbari's out there. David Mayo still there. Brett McCoy, who's gotten his car fixed. Bob Belshaw still out here. You see Chris Farmer trying to catch up to the field right there. Bill Sleep. You see John Etheridge with that right front damage still riding around. One to green at the line. You see these guys getting double file. Well, this race is looking, it could be anybody's race, but John Ott, he is looking strong right now. So, you can tell he's definitely been putting in the work. They've put the work in on this car and got that car ready for it. So, I believe there was one fast repair, if I am correct. Going by the rule set. Green flag back in the air. You see John Ott taking a good jump at it right there. John Ott, no damage. JD McGee, also no damage. I think Harold Ralph has a little bit of right front damage. At a track like this, when you're going this fast, aerodynamics is definitely everything. But he's not falling off, though. Daniel having a little bit of fall off, but I think it's just from damage. He's definitely had a fast car here tonight. See him further back in the pack, battling with Johnny Berardi, Bob Belshaw, Brett McCoy trying to move up through the field. Also Frank Barbary. Greg Olmer, you see him on the top side. He's got a little bit of damage, trying to give leeway to some of these guys with non-damaged cars. You got Bill Sleep on the bottom right there. He's actually lapped down to a lot of these guys, so... Daniel right now, though. He's in the 6th position, knocking on 5th place door. All he's got to do is get past Brett McCoy. But even with that damaged car, he's doing an awesome job here tonight. Harold Ralph in that 3rd position. JD McGee right there on John Ott's rear bumper. John Ott makes one mistake. It's JD's race to take over. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know what just happened. Computer is not having a good time. Ooh, sorry about that. I had to yawn a little bit. John Ott still your leader. Harold Ralph, JD McGee right on his bumper, though, man. I mean, he cannot get away from them. Brett McCoy still there. Now remember, Bill Sleep is not on the same lap as the leaders. He may be up there ahead of Frank Barbary. Frank Barbary, who's in the 5th position, but Bill Sleep is a lap down. He's the only car a lap down, though. So Bob Belshaw trying to catch up to Frank Barbary, try to lock in that 5th position, but Daniel battling on his outside, does not want to let him go. Wants to hang on to every position that he can get. Oh, Daniel around. Chris Farmer collects him. Just talking about how good he was doing, but we'll see. Back it up just a hair. See him on the top side trying to make it roll. He just gets a little loose and just slides right across Chris Farmer's bumper. Just a tough break for Daniel. Maybe this will be the opportunity. He can go down pit road, maybe get that damage fixed. We'll see what he can do. So John Ott, still your leader. JD McGee in 2nd. Harold Ralph in that 3rd position. Brett McCoy up 5 positions since the start of this race. Sorry about that. Somebody knocked on my door. Harold Ralph, Brett McCoy both coming down pit road. Daniel obviously already on pit road. Looks like he did get that car fixed. You see him taking those tires. He's racing that pace car off pit road, but he's got plenty of time. He has nothing to worry about. Still on the lead lap. He is good. Bill Sleep still on pit road. I believe he went and got his lap back, actually, and then come down pit road, so. Johnny coming off of pit road as well. Daniel and Greg both coming around, so. John Ott right there. And the number 68. Kind of a race recap right here so far on lap 25 of 100. The leader currently John Ott. We've had 3 cautions and only 2 lead changes. So Looking at our weather, it's 68 degrees. No wind right now. A little bit of overcast, but a lot of humidity out here tonight. So all that stuff is going to take in effect. John Ott getting ready to take that green flag once again. On board of them as he goes to grab these gears in the start zone. He's down and away. Danny McGee still in second position. You see Frank Barbary, though, David Mayo, a lot of these guys that got newer tires. Bob Belshaw, John Etheridge trying to make his way up there. Daniel Rubino, who is trying to make his way up through the field once again. Brett McCoy, Harold Ralph. Greg Ulmer, he's battling up there with these guys. And got himself a new car. Oh, Johnny Berardi. He's around. Like he just got right into the side of Greg Ulmer there. I was not meaning to right there. You see him going down in the corner. Oh, he slides up just a hair. He actually kind of saved Greg right there and spun him back straight and kind of spun it around himself, but... Ooh. Okay, looks like he didn't hit it hard enough to cause any damage. It kind of bumped into it a little bit. Yeah, no front end damage on that car, so he got really lucky right there. Oh, John Ott on pit road. While this caution is out, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and I will be right back. And just like that, we are back to our regularly scheduled program. I believe we're coming to the 1 to green right here at the line. If you are watching, don't forget to, like I said, once again, subscribe, like the stream, like the video. Make sure to share this with your friends. Get them in on it, man. It's always something exciting to watch, especially with these guys right here. They are the most exciting thing to watch on a Sunday night. 50 and up club, man, but good, tight, aggressive racing, open setups. Man, I can't. This league is always a blast to watch. This JD McGee is going to go ahead and grab those gears. Frank Barbary, though. Frank Barbary, I'm telling you, he has a really good starting gear. He seems to be able to get through his gears, and it just has enough momentum to stay with these guys. So, one lane I'm seeing that is definitely being preferred right now is going to be that bottom lane. You see a lot of those guys roll to the bottom. Oh, look at John Ott, though, way up there by the wall. He said, I don't have time to wait. Yeah, I got to get to the top side and try to keep the momentum rolling. So, John Ott rolling his own lane, going to roll back to the bottom, though. J.D. McGee is still in the lead, but look who it is. David Mayo, familiar face here on the channel. Here in these races, you see that 08 car. He's running the gold car. He's running the Hellman's mayonnaise car, I believe. So running a little different car, man, but he's doing an awesome job here tonight. But look at John Etheridge in that third position. You see him. Look at, oh, Frank Barber is around. I did not even notice that. Try to see if we can see what happened right here. Let me get a replay on it. Oh, looks like he just got loose on the top side, cut right across Harold Ralph, but he had a little bit better luck than what some of these other guys have had, so another caution is back out. I think this racetrack has just thrown a lot of curveballs at these guys. The guys have been going to real general, just short tracks. Slinger Speedway, obviously. North Wilkesboro, you know, your normal track. South Boston, things like that. So I think this was just kind of throwing a little bit of a curveball. Next week, though, we will be headed to Hickory Motor Speedway for 100 laps of racing, followed by Martinsville Speedway, Slinger Speedway, Southern National, Five Flags, and to close out this 13-week schedule, we're going to be headed to Stafford Speedway. So grab me a piece of chocolate. If any of you are out there, make sure to have plenty of snacks and drinks with you. I got my little bit of chocolates with me that I've been kind of snacking on here in the background. It's always good to have you a good snack or anything like that with you. So that was so good. And the caramel chocolate things are awesome. J.D. McGee still your leader. They have to worry out, though, because look at John Ott. He's already moving up through the field. J.D. McGee coming to the restart zone once again, though. He starts grabbing those gears. He got an early start. David Mayo, though, was watching out. John Etheridge looking out in front of him. Tries to put the pressure on. He does. He gets to the inside of David Mayo. Any contact coming off the corner, and everybody keeps it clean. Look at John Ott. He's moving up through that field. Trying to get around Daniel Rubino. Or Rubino. I'll still have to get with him about how to say his last name. Oh, John Etheridge almost in the wall. Harold Ralph in that fourth position, 1 and 3rd. He's knocking on the door right now. A little loose coming out of the corner, but look at this. Look at the 044. Can he make it happen? See him trying to get to the bottom. He's definitely hauling around this track. JD McGee, though, he's out there. Brett McCoy trying to pick up the race pace a little bit. Is it Rubino? Oh, held around, almost around. Brett McCoy almost around. And they all save it. What a drive. Oh, yellow flag finally goes out. I'm not too sure who spun out. But the yellow flag was for. I think they might have thrown it just in case. Not 100% too. Okay, so Rubino. Okay. I just want to make sure. I know I butcher names sometimes, so I'm definitely guilty of it. I'm really bad about butchering numbers or butchering names, so. Alrighty, these guys getting ready to take the green flag once again. David Macy putting a little pressure on John Etheridge right there, but look at Daniel in the 044. Brett McCoy also there. Just about to hit the halfway point. See David Mayo with a really good jump right there. Ooh, sorry about that little bit of lag right there. I don't know what is going on. This thing got choppy out of nowhere. There he goes. It cleared up. David Mayo still holding on to a good lead. John Etheridge trying to make it happen. Daniel trying to hang on. Brett right there. 36, 044 battling it out, but the 044 is going to have that momentum on the high side. Oh, a little bit of contact with that outside wall. Oh, John Etheridge got loose, and Daniel hit the wall trying to avoid him. Oh, but he kept the momentum rolling. Doesn't seem to be bothering him as he's moved into that second position, so Daniel definitely driving the wheels off of that car here tonight. He's a new guy, but he's showing that he's no joke. He's looking like he's going to be a threat, especially battling with a guy like Brett McCoy, who has won just about every race in this league. I mean, he has definitely dominated a lot of this league. He's definitely well known up here in the booth. A lot of the guys around here in the studio know him. So definitely a fast guy. Daniel trying to run down David Mayo, but David having a really good run right now. Can he hang on to it, though? He's definitely got a lot of right front damage, and you have to wonder how much that is hurting him. David Mayo still with a pretty solid lead right now. Daniel in second, trying to run him down. About 0.8 seconds back, you know, a little under a second back. Brett McCoy working to the inside of Daniel Rubino right now, but Daniel trying to put a little bit of a crossover move on him. Stays in that draft right there. David Mayo still pulling away right now. He's just gaining a lead right now. That lead is shrinking just a little bit as Brett McCoy moving into second position. Brett looking like he might pick up another win here tonight, but I don't know. He's definitely got some competition because Daniel running right there with him and actually gaining on him a little bit. So another car who is actually having a bit of a comeback story. It is Bill Sleep in the 066. He's been kind of spotty this season of when he was wanting to race and can race. But I'm telling you, this guy, whenever he shows up, he is a force to be reckoned with. Down that there's JD McGee. Both those guys battling for that fifth position. I'm sorry about that. Battling for the fifth position, but this might work out to his favor. JD McGee to the inside of Bill Sleep, but can he hang on to it? Bill Sleep's obviously going to have that momentum going out of the corner. Side by side down the backstretch. Those guys further back. John Ott, though, a guy who led most of this race, started from the pole. He is actually not doing the hottest right now. I figured he'd be a little bit further up. He may be maybe a little bit of strategy, though. Maybe saving those tires, just trying to run it. David Mayo making something happen. Brett McCoy not having a good race at all. Look at Daniel to the inside. That 044 car, new guy. Can he win in the debut night? I know we're getting to the later stages of this race. Who do you think could pull off the win tonight? Do you think it's an upset from Daniel? Do you think David Mayo could collect his first win here tonight? I'm trying to remember if he did win a race or not. It's been a while, but I think David could pull off the win here tonight. Can he hang on? Do you think Brett can pull off another one? JD McGee, Daniel. Look at these guys battling in a pack right now. Look, Daniel maybe letting these guys go for a reason. I better just let these guys go and try to save the tire. See him battling on the high side, though. High side definitely going to be good for the momentum. Tags wall barely gets in front of John. He could have cut down right there, but he's going to try to keep on the outside. They've still got a pretty solid lead, but JD McGee, they moved to the second position. Let me tell you, JD, he's definitely closing that gap up right now. He's probably gaining about a 10th per corner. So JD McGee looking like he's going to pull off a win here tonight. Bill Sleep in third position. Brett McCoy in fourth. John Etheridge in that fifth position. Him and Daniel battling for that position right now. Daniel tagged the wall just a little bit. Well, these guys are racing now. I can see a... Oh, Daniel hard in the wall. Could not get off of it there for a second. Chris Farmer, a guy who's had a lot of bad luck this race now. He's up there battling for that fifth position. If he can get around that number 11, he'll have a fifth place position here tonight. Johnny Berardi back there battling with Greg Ulmer. Bob Belshaw also back there in that black and gold car. Hey, this Daniel car, it stands out to me. I love that color scheme. It just, that bright red and yellow just really stands out. I mean, I keep seeing the car and my eyes lock onto it. So he's definitely got a good looking scheme there. David Mayo back there. JD McGee still with the Robbie Gordon-esque car. David Mayo going to go ahead and go high. Knows he doesn't have the tire to battle with him. 30 laps to go on the board. Now can JD McGee hang on to it? These guys battling it out. Can he hang on to it though? Oh, Brett McCoy way loose right there. You seen that car step way out. Laps to go. These guys just battling hard. They're just trying to watch this battle go on. Brett McCoy trying to get there. Frank Barber, Chris Farmer. All these guys wanting a bad position, or wanting these positions pretty bad, not a bad position. I know Frank Barber right now would probably love nothing more than to be in front of that car in front of him. He's watched Brett beat him plenty of times, and now he's wanting to kind of return the favor and finish in front of him one weekend. It's an amazing battle going on right now. Frank Barbary running a really good race right now. He finally gets to the inside of Brett McCoy. Frank Barber going to go ahead and roll on by. Brett McCoy actually stepped onto the apron there for a second. JD McGee has slowed it down just a little bit. David Mayo back there. One car that I think they have to worry about now is Harold Ralph. He's moving up there. He's actually closing in on these guys just a little bit. Oh, Frank Barbary coming down pit road. Oh, I don't know about fuel now. That's one thing I did not factor in for a lot of these guys is fuel usage. I don't know if these guys have enough fuel to last the rest of the race. See Frank Barbary coming down pit road. He's going to go a lap down, but... Splash and go for Frank Barber, just trying to get just enough to finish this race out. John Otter's got a little bit of front end damage. John Etheridge now on pit road. $20 laps to go. Could JD McGee outlast it? He's saving up fuel. Oh, Daniel on pit road now. John Etheridge coming off of pit road. David Mayo, though, is our biggest mover right now. Up 12 positions since the start of the race. JD McGee, though, still leading. I think JD McGee has enough to make it last. 19 laps to go for JD McGee. See David Mayo defending that position. You see Harold Ralph. He's wanting to get around him. David lets him by. He's got to get back to the bottom though. Brett McCoy going to also take advantage of that. See David putting a little bit of pressure on. He's going to go ahead and try to get back around Harold Ralph. Oh, David Mayo coming up pit road. Bob Belshaw battling there with Bill Sleeper for that position. Chris Farmer kind of all by himself right now. Brett McCoy battling with Harold Ralph for that second position. JD McGee coming around for that 15 laps to go. On board John Ott. David Mayo still on pit road. Daniel Rubino still on pit road. Greg Ulmer coming down pit road. David Mayo just now coming back on pit road. JD McGee still leading though. Got 2.5 second lead on Brett McCoy and Harold Ralph. $11 laps to go. Do these guys have enough to make it to the end of that race? Does Brett McCoy have enough time to catch our leader? That's what I'm wondering. David Mayer battling with these guys in front of him. JD McGee having to get around that car in front of him. Daniel still on pit road. Not too sure what happened to Daniel Rubino. Less than 10 laps to go. 7 laps to go in this race. I think JD McGee has got this one locked in right now. I think if we do have a caution this late in the race, everybody's coming up pit road. All the leaders, everybody. And try to get new tires, because if you don't take tires here at this last little stop, you're going to definitely be in a bad position where you don't want to be. They've made a few laps down, but still running with these front runners. JD McGee still having a over 2-second lead on these guys. Coming around for 3 laps to go for JD McGee. Brett McCoy still back there. He's actually separating himself from Harold Ralph right now. Chris Palmer, Bob Belshaw, your top 5. Bill Sleep back there battling with John Ott for 6th. Can John Ott actually get to him? You have to wonder. Johnny Berardi back there. Frank Barbary. Hate to say it, but I don't think Brett McCoy's gonna have enough time. White flag in the air for JD McGee in the 71. Coming out of 4, JD McGee is going to be a first-time winner here in Richmond. Fast Lane Motorsports. Definitely going to be a huge win for this man right here. Brett McCoy, Harold Ralph going to round out your top 3. What a win for this guy right here. He's probably going to burn it down right here. Go ahead. Actually, just going to go ahead and park it. Harold Ralph also going to park it right there. We'll be right back with interviews from these gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back once again. We're gonna get through these interviews and see what these guys got to say. Harold as well, and you got a copy.
Yes, I do. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. I mean, I know you're doing pretty good. You got yourself a good, solid top three finish here tonight, man. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I wish it would have done for the adjuster. It was a little tight, but it happens, and it came all the way from the back, so it was kind of hard.
Oh yeah, definitely gained a lot of positions there, man. But it was a hard fought race. One thing I want to ask you about, man, how was it trying to get through all that chaos right there at the beginning of the race?
Yeah, it was hard. It was cars going everywhere, especially on the first start.
Yeah, it definitely was tough. I'm guessing from what I've seen, it looks like you may have missed a shift right there on the start, and then it was just kind of nowhere for a lot of you guys to go. So for you to be able to come back from all that, man, you did an awesome job here tonight.
I was just excited to finish in the top three after all that.
Oh yeah, man, definitely exciting. Man, congratulations on a top three finish here tonight. But before we let you go, are there any friends, family members, or sponsors you want to thank?
Probably my wife. She lets me do all this.
All righty, man. Well, congratulations once again, and we will talk to you next week, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All righty, we're gonna move on to like I said, a guy that everybody knows, man, but he's definitely not in a position where we have really seen him before. We're gonna go ahead and bring in Brett McCoy. Hey, Brett, how you feeling here tonight, man?
Lucky, lucky.
Oh, I believe a lot of people are feeling that way here tonight, especially after tonight's race, man. Just kind of walk me through the race here tonight.
Well, I was just off from right from the beginning. Oh, they run a Friday night practice, and I run another league, so I can't get in it. But normally I'll get in and do the test sessions, and I'm closer, a little better on time, and I was 2 or 3 tenths off. It didn't matter what I did. So we qualified about where I thought, and then I missed the first big one and caused the second big one, and then got in a hornet nest there sideways and everything else. By the time we broke out and got the car to where I could drive it, he was just too far out there. So, but the way the week was unfolding and the way the car was driving, I second place is like a win.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of those people. I seen you once you got into second, you started making up ground, but I was like, ah, man, I don't know if he has enough time. But man, you definitely gave it all you had here tonight. You did an awesome job. Had an awesome drive, man. Uh, Man, how was the battling out there trying to get around these cars, especially at such a fast track with that 110% power?
So the racing was good, really, really good. It was a little bit of a challenge off the bottom. It always is a little at Richmond because turn two is so tight that if you don't get it perfect, the guy on the outside will just get a big run. But I had a lot of fun other than when I come, like I say, come down across the 044's nose there early and wreck the field, which is impatient on my part, trying to stuff it 3 wide up the middle when I shouldn't have been doing that. So I apologize to all the guys, but great racing. I'm sure JD was saving a little bit there in case we got a yellow, but car finally come around and we are making some time, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to be happy about, especially after such a chaotic race, coming home in second. But congratulations on that second place finish, man. Before we let you go for the night, there are there any friends, family members, or sponsors you want to thank?
First and foremost, Frank for putting this on and all the work that he does. You for the broadcast. It's always fun to watch it back and see exactly how stupid what I did was. So that I'll have plenty of opportunity to do that tonight. And then just my wife, my dad, and everybody that watches and that we talk about this stuff. So it's a good time.
Oh, yeah, definitely always a good time, and it's good to hear that you guys do watch this stuff back. That's what I do it for. I do it for all the drivers, all the fans, and everything. So, man, it's good to hear that a lot of you guys do watch it back. But congratulations on the second place finish, probably not where you want to be. You probably want to pick up another win, but you have next week to do that. We're going to a good track next week, so we'll see you there.
All right, that sounds good. Have a good week.
All right, you too.
All right, buddy. Bye bye.
See ya. All righty, we're going to go ahead and talk to our race winner. It is going to be J.D. McGee in the Speed 71 car. It's J.D. It's well, you got a copy.
I do, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem, man. Hey, congratulations on a huge win tonight, man. How are you feeling?
Man, it feels awesome, man. That was every now and then it's the old blind pig and an acorn thing, and man, that set was just on the money. And of course, it didn't start out well. I didn't make it to the start finish line without having to use a fast repair and get the car patched back up. But really a great night. Really happy.
Oh yeah, definitely was a good night for you, man. Like you said, a little bit of chaos right there at the beginning of the race. I know a lot of people were ducking and dodging right there at the beginning, trying to get around spinning cars and cars that were almost upside down. I don't know if we had one go upside down, but I know it was pretty close. So definitely a lot of chaos there at the beginning, man. But how was the battling out on track, and how was it compared to just getting out there and running in the clean air?
It was great. I got myself at the back there with some pit strategy that I wasn't too sure was going to work out. I had really good tire wear on that first 44 laps, so everybody else had kind of pitted and taken the set for the most part. And when I did, I started that last run I think in 10th or 11th, and was just able to pick my way up through there. Everybody raced so clean and so respectable, and raced hard but gave you some room, and was able to chase down the '08 car there, and then once we got back in clean air, the thing was perfect. Again, sometimes it's easy, and this just happened to be one of those times.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seemed like it was. You made your way through the pack, and once you got up front, it just seemed like you were able just to drive away from that pack. One thing I did want to ask you about, did you get a little worried right there once you seen Brett McCoy get in second? Did you get a little worried that he might be able to hunt you down, or were you just kind of easy cruising right there at the end?
Well, I was easy cruising, to be honest. I've been watching Brett, keeping him at about a 2 second interval, or whoever was in second there, and uh, again, my biggest fear was going to be a caution. I think without a caution, I was pretty confident I could just at least match their pace. And I didn't never tried to run it as hard as I could. Just trying to save a little in case I had to take two tires. And Brett's tough, man. It feels great to knock Brett off the mountain. It doesn't. I think he's undefeated this season so far up until tonight, and then the guy still finishes a strong second. So Brett's definitely the guy to beat. But hopefully now he knows that there's a little competition at least.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely know now. I mean, you've ran fast all season. Since you've shown up, you've been showing consistent speed. Now with a win under your belt, you probably keep that momentum rolling throughout the rest of the season. But congratulations on a huge win tonight. I know this is huge for you and your team. Before
Sure
we
is.
let you go for the night, though, are there any friends, family members, or sponsors you want to thank?
Well, I'd like to throw a shout out to the greatest crew chief in the business. I mean, that's me, but uh, I'd be the way that car felt the night wheeling. I'd be taking that guy out and buying him hookers and blow all night. So, um, that's I love running the Speed Energy paint scheme. I'm a big Robbie Gordon fan. I've always liked the guy, even though it wasn't always popular. But yeah, Speed Energy and like I say, Frank puts on a great league here. This has been absolutely awesome racing. This is I race every night of the week, and this by far is the best race of the week. We just got to talk Frank into making races a little longer.
Oh yeah, definitely got to talk him into that, man. I love watching this racing. Y'all put on such an amazing show for these fans, and especially for yourselves. It's definitely got to be fun getting down there and getting the car wrangled around this track, man.
Well, I think NASCAR, you know, the upper series could learn something from watching this racing, and the fact that cars that run different speeds put on better racing. That's this open set is just amazing. Makes for the best racing all week.
Oh, it definitely makes for some good tight racing. But congratulations on the win once again, and hopefully next week we can be talking to you up here again.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Will, and thanks, sir.
No problem, man. Have an awesome night.
Yeah, you too. Take care, pal.
Alrighty. That was JD McGee, man. That guy right there. He's been fast since he got here. Just want to give a huge shout out to I Am Polar. I seen your comment down there, Gage. Love you, buddy. As soon as I get done with this, we can game for a minute. But man, these guys do an awesome job week in and week out. Just want to give a shout out to Frank Barbary. He runs this league, like they said. He's the one that makes all this happen. He's a huge reason that this league is the way it is. So huge shout out to him. Fastlane Motorsports. Find them on Facebook. I follow their page. Hopefully here in the next couple weeks, I can go ahead and get this all streamed on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to try to expand a little bit, get to some other markets and things like that, so that if you have a family member that isn't really familiar with YouTube, I can pull this up on Facebook, and they can look it up on Facebook, and they can watch it from there. So, like I said, I'm going to try to work on doing something like that. Got to give a huge shout out to Nelson Designs, Nelson Roofing, Megawatt Electric. Those guys help me out, help me keep this rolling every week, week in and week out. Like I said, Fastlane Motorsports, look them up on Facebook, try to get up with them. They're awesome. You see the racing week in and week out, clean racing, good, hard racing. Can't ask for anything better. Open set league. I think that's about it. This has been Team 9 Racing TV with another stream. Going to try to get the podcast back going. Just got to find the time. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Have yourself an awesome night, and I will see you guys later.